Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a video on the selection series minus the book Happily Ever After, which is the book that has the mini story, the Prince, the Guard, the Queen, and the Favorite. Okay, so starting off with the first 3 books of the 5-book series, plus the book I told you guys about. It's a dystopian world where people are categorized by their jobs, the money they make, things like that. Basically, America Singer is kind of poor. She gets selected to be a participant in the selection, which is a competition between 35 girls to win over Prince Maxon's heart. He's the Prince of Alea. He's a big guy on campus, and everybody wants to be married to him. The only bad part is America Singer is already secretly in love with her long-term boyfriend, who she has to keep under the rug because of the way that the people are categorized. Her love interest's name is Aspen. He's like a notch under her on the Richter scale, so they kind of can't be together. You're not really allowed to date out of your category. America's really musically inclined. She loves to play the violin and she's really good at it. Her family are really kind of artsy. So when she gets selected, her mom and dad are ecstatic. Her mom especially, her mom wants nothing more than to have her daughter be the Princess of Alea by marrying Prince Maxon. The first book is The Selection. The second book is The Elite. And the third book is The One. These 3 I really enjoyed. But after these 3 books, you find out who won over Maxon's heart. There's a lot of different girls in here that it could possibly be. In this book, you have girl fights, you have deception, people who you don't think will ever become best friends, people you never think will deceive people. Kiera Cass did a really good job at writing this, the first 3. I keep saying that because after the first 3, you get to the last 2, The Heir and The Crown. Now, The Heir and The Crown are different. This is 20 years after the first selection, and 20 years have rolled around, and now it's time for a second selection. And the main character of this one, I'm not going to go into detail about her because I don't want you guys to have any spoilers. I do want to keep this as a spoiler-free review. But the main character has to now have her own selection, and instead of a prince having his selection where he chooses a princess, it's the princess and having her own selection to pick a prince. The only thing about these 2 is it is 20 years later. The princess is very adamant on being independent. She doesn't like to depend on anyone or anything. She likes to run her own world. So she isn't very ecstatic about having a selection, and she kind of doesn't want one and doesn't want the bother of it. She wants to be completely professional, and that is it. The only thing is her dad believes that a princess needs a prince. The Heir is okay. I didn't like it because I really liked reading from America's perspective. I really liked America as a character. She was wild, she was untamed. You couldn't hold her down. And while you can't hold this one down, it's in a different demeanor. She isn't the kind of girls run the world, funky rule breaker that America is or was. She is more so of the stick in the mud, and she likes everything to be professional and the way that it should be. So this perspective isn't my favorite. I kind of just wish Kiera Cass would have made The Selection a 3-book series and stopped at the end of the first 3 books, because I feel like the first 3 books as a standalone series would have been like a 5 stars for me. I think I did give them 5 stars on Goodreads, but these 2 I think I gave a 3. It's okay. It's the same story but different characters. So if I were to go back and do it over again, I would certainly read the first 3 books and just not bother with these 2. That's why I haven't gotten around to the Happily Ever After book with the mini novellas in it yet, because I don't want to ruin the series further. I feel like this kind of put a dent in the whole series for me, and I kind of don't want to dent it further, because then the whole series would probably go down a notch on the Richter scale for me. If you like The Bachelor, if you like dystopian books, then you will definitely like The Selection. I don't want to deter anybody away from reading the last 2 books of the series. I will say that if you enjoy the way that The One ended, then I would not pick up The Heir, because it kind of just ruins the story for you, and you kind of get tired, and it kind of feels drug out just a little bit. Okay guys, so I know that a lot of people don't like spoiler reviews. in my reviews, I want to basically review them for anybody who hasn't read it and are thinking about reading it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys later, and thank you for watching.